Jorge Sanchez writes, do you think there's any way video stores could come back to life? What additional services or general things do you think could be added to the concept in order to make it appealing for 2018 cinephiles? It's a struggling industry. 4-star video here in Madison is still chugging along. I think adopting the Netflix model of rentals is key to the survival of video stores. 3 out at a time, no late fees.
Film struck, just closed its doors. Well, that's where we kept all the Criterion. So like all of the great movies of all time, sorry, you can't have them anymore. They're not online. You can't find them. To have a more reliable source of films that's more concrete than something that can just be whisked away at the whims of a corporation.
I think another thing that could really help a video store is to make it a destination. Someplace not only you want to go there to check out movies, but you also want to go there to hang out.
Yeah.
So a video store attached to a bar, I think, would be a really cool thing. And it's the movie bar.
Yeah.
They have those film guides on the tables. They have a TV showing old movies. They have maybe a performance space where they can do trivia contests.
Yeah, or show films.
Yeah. Let's see if we can end this in some sort of funny way.
No. We can't.
I've got a bunch of movies that I've never seen before. You don't know what they are. Every episode I'm going to spring one on you. It might be good, it might be bad. We'll watch it and talk about it. Welcome to the basement. It's December, and that means we're smack in the middle of the holiday season. However, today we will not be watching a Christmas movie.
Ho, ho, no!
Somebody's got a birthday coming up.
Jesus?
Him too. Also, your friend and mine, little baby Lorenzo. He's going to be 2, and that's the age when you might start sharing movies with him if you haven't already. Well, tonight's movie was made for children. And I'm not talking about those Pixar movies that the adults can enjoy too. This is the movie that you put in the DVD player when you want to go in the kitchen and drink wine for 90 minutes. In peace. And the star of this movie, he's fuzzy, he's red, he's Elmo, and we're about to join him for the adventures of Elmo in Grouchland.
Well, thank you, Matt.
Released in 1999, starring Mandy Patinkin, Vanessa Williams, and Ruth Buzzy, TAOEIG also stars classic Sesame Street humans Gordon, Maria, Luis, Susan, and Bob.
It's not Sesame Street without Bob. I'm just saying that.
And all of your favorite Muppets. Big Bird, Oscar the Grouch, Ernie, and of course, Count Von Count. So if you thought we were done with vampires from foreign lands, you'd be wrong.
If it's Von Count, V-O-N, does that make him Dutch or German? I forget.
This is one of the final Muppet feature film performances of Frank Oz, who provided the voices of Bert, Cookie Monster, and Grover, among many others.
Oh, Grover!
We may not be watching a Christmas movie today, but that doesn't mean that I can't give you a Christmassy gift.
Oh, yeah. Pez. Santa Claus Pez.
Oh. It's a sunny day, sweeping the clouds away here in the basement as we go over to the old leather couch to watch the adventures of Elmo in Grouchland. Ah! Brought to you by the letter C and the number 7. I'm calling it.
C and 7 letters.
Before the movie starts, we get to talk to Ernie.
Near? Far.
Hi there, everybody.
Then Bert shows up and he's nearly naked.
Can you all help us count backwards from 10?
I sometimes get messed up at 8.
10,
9, 7.
8.
God damn. 7. Can we start over? I'm hating this movie already.
I think the movie is hating you.
Elmo is Spanish for the Mo.
It's a beautiful morning on Sesame Street.
Wake up!
Elmo have night terrors!
Hello, everybody!
Hi, Elmo.
And for Elmo, every morning is beautiful because he's got his special blue blanket.
But wait, where did the blanket go?
Your blanket got jacked, Elmo.
Hey, you nice people! Have you seen Elmo's blanket?
It's on the pole!
Elmo have no peripheral vision!
You'd think he'd have great peripheral vision, considering his eyes go all the way around.
Who's Elmo's best friend? Always by his side.
You know, Craig, you're kind of my personal blanket.
Yeah? Is it because I lay on top of you while you're cold?
Who's Elmo's best friend? Keeps the blanket. Who helps Elmo try? Elmo's best friend.
I will miss you when you die.
After a while, they have a little too much fun, and the blanket gets some juice spilled on it. So Elmo is off to the laundromat. Everyone on Sesame Street is doing their laundry, and they're having a great time.
Elmo goes out into the street with his newly cleaned blanket, and he runs into his old pal Zoe.
She takes a liking to that blue blanket. She wants to hang out with it for a while. She just wants to borrow it, but Elmo says, no, it's my blanket. Mine, mine, mine. The blanket gets torn.
It was an accident. Zoe's not Elmo's friend anymore.
Oh, Elmo. It's just a blanket, man. Telly comes blundering by on some rollerblades. He can't handle his new hobby.
Sully!
Telly.
Oh, no, Sully would have landed in the Hudson River. He goes right through the blanket. He takes the blanket along with him.
Telly, you destructive buffoon.
This isn't a job for a normal person. We need Super Grover. He flies up in there,
Oscar uses the blanket as a handkerchief.
throws it in his trash can, because he doesn't like the litter. It's pretty cool for a Grouch.
My little super body cannot take this much weight.
Where's my blanket? Where's my blanket?
Oscar threw it down his garbage hole.
Hello?
Are you
How many fingers am I holding up?
Huh?
That's two. Two fingers.
Nah!
Oscar, please bring back Elmo's blanket.
Oscar, give me the goddamn blanket.
Elmo doesn't want to talk to you, Zoe.
You're dead to me, Zoe.
Don't worry, Zoe. Elmo's just a little upset right now.
Zoe, do you know what OCD is? Elmo's got it in a big way.
I can't wait any longer. I'm going in. Breaking and entering, Elmo style. The love den of Oscar the Grouch. It's very nice. It's got some nice amber lighting to it.
Blanket, there you are.
There's a vortex of realities down there.
Hey, Elmo.
Get away from my singularity.
And both he and the blanket get sucked down into this wormhole that Oscar keeps in his can hole. I'm just going to say they better have some sort of explanation why the Grouch has this door. Bert stops the film because he has problems with all the tension.
Oh, what's the matter, Bert?
These special effects, they're fine, but we could do better.
He's off to a place called Grouchland. All the Grouches are happy to see him, or as happy as Grouches get.
The Grouches greet Elmo with a song.
Bring the noise, bring the junk. Basic Instinct joke there. Yeah, Joe Esterhaus did a punch-up on the script. Yeah, he added that bit. This helicopter-type device shows up, and it starts stealing everything from people.
Is that your new soggy pants, Sandy, now?
Yeah.
Get away from me, Tom Waits. That's Huxley, Grouchland's resident human and Tony winner.
Which one of you dares to question my evil ways?
But Mr. Potemkin, it's not his homeland.
Everything he touches becomes his, because he's greedy. And he's got a little assistant named Bug who helps him out. Well, his latest acquisition is Elmo's blanket.
What's the matter, Bert?
Ernie!
Bert, stop cock-blocking this movie. And he's taking it back to his castle, and there's nothing Elmo can do about it. Or is there? Elmo meets a little girl Grouch. Why didn't they stand up to Huxley? They outnumber him. Grouches can't cooperate about anything. Meanwhile, up on Sesame Street, they find out that Elmo has gone to Grouchland, and they send an adventuring party to go and rescue him.
After all these decades, they have to figure out what is down the can. And so they go down Oscar's can.
The Blair Grouch Project.
Yeah, came out the same year.
Elmo decides he needs to go there to get his blanket back.
I don't know if I can do that. Actually, probably says, Elmo don't know if I can do that because he's got pronoun issues.
Elmo never get there.
Elmo never get to Mordor.
But a helpful plant sings him a song to give him some motivation.
Get your chin up. Things could be worse.
All of these songs have a vaguely rusted root kind of feel to them.
It was the late 90s.
Yeah.
They were very big for a couple minutes back then.
Check how brave your heart can be.
Send me on my way. Hey, send me on my way. Hey, send me on my way.
This is all Joseph Campbell stuff. Hero's journey. So this is a moment of decision. Yeah, we get it. Elmo's gonna walk. Huxley sees this happening.
Perhaps I shall toy with the little red monster. But how?
Sing him some Sondheim, please. Please, just one finishing the hat. We need to trick him into a trap. We'll make him go into the tunnel.
The tunnel.
Back in Grouchland, the Sesame Street crew is arrested for being friendly or something like that. I'm not entirely sure why. Elmo got a song, they get arrested.
Elmo sees an arrow that says this way to Huxley's place, and it's going into a tunnel. It's real dark in there. Elmo, run, there are Morlocks coming! Those are slee sticks.
I don't care.
And then some Fireflies show up and help him out.
So this is the Tunnel of the Fireflies. Very sad Japanese cartoon.
They show him this old mining cart. He rides around it, has a good time.
And he hits a wall and comes out the other side.
Elmo have whiplash!
Almost fine.
Back at Huxley's castle.
Tissue at hand to the man who can prove he can be.
Oh, he's singing.
But what makes having fun is knowing you have not.
We've already established that he owns things.
Yes.
I'm not sure this song is necessary.
If Mandy Patinkin is singing a song, it's necessary. He sings a song in Sunday in the Park with George about how a dog likes to eat grass. And it's amazing.
I've heard that Mandy Patinkin is very difficult on set. I wonder how many puppets he yelled at during the course of this. Maybe it's time for Elmo to go see
The Queen of Trash.
The Queen of Trash? That's John Waters, isn't it? Bug uses a ruse.
And Bug tells Elmo to go into the Queen of Trash's realm. Oh, thank you. You're nice. And Bug is touched. No one has ever called him nice before. The Sesame Street gang is still languishing in jail.
I can't take it anymore.
I've carved a shank and I'm gonna cut someone. Knock it off, Telly. You're gonna get put in the shoe.
You are trespassing on soiled ground. Yeah, you're going to see our queen.
She's a killer queen. The Queen of Trash is this glamorous ruler of filth. She sings a song.
Listen up, 'cause this is all I have to say.
They were hoping for Tina Turner when they wrote this song.
Why did Huxley think this would be unpleasant for Elmo? Go see the hot Grouch. Hey, little monster, you're trespassing in my land. What am I supposed to do about that? Elmo says, me no, or, whatever he says.
You have to give me something.
What does Elmo have to give?
100 raspberries.
Elmo have no fruit. No, she's not talking about those kind of raspberries. She's talking about the other kind of raspberries.
You know, one of these.
Oh, that send shivers down my spine.
She's a freak.
I need 100 of these, but I'm giving you 30 seconds to do it. Good luck, my little red friend.
When Elmo's got a helpful audience watching him.
Can you please help Elmo do raspberries like this? You can do it, you're doing great.
You'll have to go on without me. Elmo, you have successfully crowdsourced the raspberries.
You did it.
Did I spit on you?
A lot. Elmo escapes from the Queen of Trash.
Come on, let me see you do your stuff back. Come on, give me a ride, come on.
And just keep punching yourself in the face. This is the year Fight Club came out, you know. Huxley still has tricks up his sleeve because he has a secret weapon.
It's time to release
The Kraken.
the secret weapon.
Drone strike. The secret weapon is a giant chicken who thinks Elmo is a worm. Elmo outsmarts the chicken somehow.
All this time, the Sesame Street crew has been in the jail. Not doing anything, not advancing the plot.
This Huxley guy has messed up Grouchland, and I don't like it.
Listen up, you grouch potatoes.
Do you like what's happening in Grouchland? No, of course you don't.
Rise up!
The Grouches decide to cooperate. They spring him from jail, and off they go to Huxley's castle. Elmo finally arrives.
I'm here for what's mine!
Elmo gets caught up in this big claw. Huxley's about to catch a beatdown from Gordon. It's time for you to keep your appointment with the Wicker. Bug, help me. And Bug says, no, I don't like you. You're not my friend. I'm going to help my buddy Elmo. Huxley's been defeated. Elmo lost interest in the blanket just 3 days later. Elmo's blanket is clean and safe, and he apologizes to Zoe, and he gives her the blanket. Not to keep,
It's not yours.
just to borrow.
Elmo, love you.
Love's a strong word, Elmo. I like you.
Bye, Elmo.
Bye.
I love you.
I like you. I prefer Grover, to be honest.
You deserve a big round of applause.
Oh, yeah. Everybody clap for yourselves. Come on. Bert, time to feed your pigeons.
Oh, thank you.
Time to go fart around with your bottle cap collection, Bert. And those are some of the adventures of Elmo in Grouchland.
And now we begin the longest conversation ever had about the adventures of Elmo in Grouchland.
He got his blanket back.
He did.
And we helped.
Yes, we did.
We blew those raspberries.
Yes.
So what are the lessons here? The importance of sharing, cooperation, friendship.
Being a hoarder is not a good thing. The Queen of Trash song, which is basically one man's trash is another man's treasure. Perception. Doors of Perception. Huxley. Aldous Huxley wrote The Doors of Perception. So that's basically it. It's basically a movie telling us that we have to take a lot of acid and think for a while and look. Just sense things.
Did not like the music in this.
You didn't?
No, it was all vaguely ethnic-sounding world pop that was really generic.
Yes.
It's ethnic music for hacky sack players.
Yeah.
There was a very disappointing lack of Bob in this.
A lack of most Sesame Street characters, human or otherwise.
Which I guess makes sense because it's all about Elmo and Huxley.
Played by an amazing actor. He really grabbed onto this thing.
I really enjoyed his performance. He was a lot of fun to watch.
I almost performed in the bus and truck tour of West Side Story. They said I wasn't right for Maria. What do they know? I feel pretty.
And it's always a great pleasure to hear him sing. We had Elmo doing his thing and Huxley doing his thing, and then the Sesame Street crew getting captured and they can't do anything. And I was hoping as they were going down there that they would each have something where it's like, oh, it's way up high, and Big Bird would be like, I'll get it because I'm big. How many are there? And the count will be like, allow me.
There's only so much plot you can cram into a 72-minute movie.
Yes, they could have made it 3 minutes longer and had something for every single person to do. Gordon, Roscoe Orman, he was a stage actor, and around 15 years ago, he played the lead role in Fences right here in Madison.
Oh, yeah.
Which is crazy to think about, where, just this lascivious, drunken, skirt-chasing man played by Gordon. I would have loved to have seen that.
Yeah, I met Gordon.
You did?
He was in town promoting a book that he wrote, and he was at the bookstore. This was back when I worked there. And the guy who handles the authors who come in asked me to introduce him at the talkback. Oh. And so I got to meet him and I got to introduce him.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Fine gentleman.
But with Elmo taking over the entire movie, it seems very much like how people of our generation perceive Sesame Street after Elmo showed up.
It's all about Elmo.
Yeah. And so a lot of people our age, myself included, selfishly say that Elmo is not canon. He's not real legit Sesame Street.
I think Sesame Street used to be all about Big Bird.
Yeah.
He was the main character, pretty much.
And Bert and Ernie.
Yeah, Bert and Ernie too, right. Yeah.
So yeah, it was more of an ensemble.
The Adventures of Robin Hood, The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai across the 8th dimension, and now The Adventures of Elmo in Grouchland. A lot of adventures this year.
Yes.
When you hear The Adventures of Bloggity Blog, what type of movie do you expect?
I do expect something rather epic, something that travels a lot of ground, as this one did.
Something that's episodic.
A lot of incident. And this movie does have a lot of incident. Here's my notes.
Did you watch Sesame Street when you were a kid?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I had a deep reverence for Mr. Rogers, which came on after, but Sesame Street was a lot more fun.
Was Ruth Buzzy on Sesame Street for a while?
She would show up every once in a while, yeah.
But she showed up for one scene in this. A woman with 4 glasses that are all very delicate. I know the actress who plays Maria was probably looking at the script and it's like, God damn it. I could have been Glass. I had nothing to do in this movie. They brought in Ruth Buzzy, Mrs. Hotshot. I really like the production design of Grouchland. Just that city. There's no right angles.
I like the idea that Grouchland changed. It had different regions. It wasn't all just Grouches having their opposite viewpoints of things, and up is down and left is right and all that. We got away from that.
Yeah.
This movie was kind of special to me. I could really relate to it because, like Elmo, I have a special thing. It's not a blue blanket. It's this green hand towel. And it's really special to me.
Can I hold on to it?
It's really special.
Yeah, I understand that, but I'm your friend. I'm not gonna... Come on. Just come on, Matt. Just come on.
No, it's mine.
Let me...
No, it's mine.
I'm going out of focus, Matt.
Mine. Ah! It's the last time I share anything special with you.
You're a little bit of a Huxley, aren't you?
The Adventures of Elmo and Grouchland have concluded. If you haven't seen it, watch it with your kids.
And now it's time for Seen It!
1, 2, seen it. Ha 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 ha.
Black Hole Brew 42 writes, Secret Honor is the best. Seen it.
Not seen it.
It's a bottle movie. Boy, is it ever.
And it's a one-man show, I believe.
I'm sure it was started out as a play. Whenever you see Nixon in a movie, you can tell they're always making a conscious effort not to do a Nixon impersonation.
Yes.
Because that invalidates the whole thing. So I think Philip Baker Hall does a really good job of capturing this particular kind of mania
Yeah.
That's inside of Richard Nixon.
The stress, the paranoia.
The kind of wild mood swings.
Yeah. Didn't Altman direct this one?
Yeah, Robert Altman.
It must be a weird Robert Altman movie where you can't have overlapping dialogue because it's a one-man show.
Philip Baker Hall almost pulls off overlapping dialogue. That's how manic he gets sometimes.
That's how good he is, yeah.
Right.
Mick Thrasher writes, have you guys seen Conan O'Brien, Can't Stop? I don't watch too many documentaries, but if you're even a little bit of a fan of his, you'll love it. Seen it.
This was the tour that he did after he was fired from The Tonight Show. He couldn't legally appear on television in any capacity, so he put together a stage show and he hit the road.
He isn't an amiable goofball. That is a role that he plays when he's really a very driven entertainer.
There's a point when he's talking about The Tonight Show and the experience, and he said, sometimes when I think about it, I get so angry that I can't breathe. That's anger.
Yeah, that's a man of passions.
I have to admit, I've never been much of a Conan guy.
Really?
I've always found him to try a little too hard or seem like he's trying a little too hard.
You can see him sweating.
Comedically. Yeah. Puppy Sect writes, seen it, Manos, The Hands of Fate. It's so bad, but still so good in all the bad ways. Seen it.
Seen it. It is bad.
Yeah, it is.
I've only seen it via Mystery Science
Theater, yeah.
I saw it a long time after it became the worst movie ever.
Right.
So I had my hopes very high, but it didn't really have the overwhelming feeling of this is something special in its awfulness.
Despite that, I really want to watch it again without the commentary.
Yeah.
Because I think it would just be fascinating. Just to take it in as it was intended.
All the dead space in that movie.
It's a good movie to watch with a group of friends, definitely.
Yeah. Dropkick Lar writes, The Birdcage? Seen it.
Seen it, yes. This is Mike Nichols. I'm doing an American version of La Cage aux Folles, I believe.
And the screenplay is by Elaine May.
And it was really a depiction of a gay couple, even though one of them is a screaming queen, literally, that they're just they're normal people. They're a normal couple.
Robin Williams presents a contract, and he's like, you're going to be co-owner of the bar. It's you and me. We're doing... And that's as close to a gay marriage that we had in a film at that point.
Birdcage is a delight. It's so much fun. You know what's a good place for sharing? Our website, welcometothebasementshow.com. We can share our episodes with you there, all of them we've ever made, and you can share by clicking those PayPal donation buttons and contributing to the show. If you appreciate the show, if you like it, consider contributing to support it. Just like Dawid, probably mispronouncing that. Greetings from Poland. Go buy yourself something nice. Thanks. And David, who says, it's Thanksgiving, and I am thankful for this show.
We are too. We really like doing it, and we like that you watch it.
If you want to find out who the rest of our donors are and see the contents of our mail crate, big stack of it this week, you can go to Unboxing. You can watch that this coming Friday. Our next episode is our final episode of Season 7, and it is our end-of-the-year mega-sode. We will be looking back at the year. We'll be inducting our new Hall of Fame members, including the non-human Hall of Fame member, and we will be watching a short film. I've picked out, I can't wait to watch it, it's going to be great.
I'm looking forward to it.
Are you disappointed that we didn't watch a Christmas movie? Well, you know, we've watched a bunch in the past, and there are a bunch of Christmas episodes at the end of this video. You can click on them and have a little Christmas cheer on us. Thanks for joining us and little Elmo on his journey, and now you can enjoy this.
Come on, my friend, tell me what's wrong.
Elmo didn't get his blanket back.
Hey, look at me, huh? I'm just a little tiny caterpillar, right?
Yeah.
And as the book goes, on Monday I ate an apple. On Tuesday I ate 2 strawberries.
Give it a rest, Dad.
Listen up, you grouch potatoes.